I am sitting next to the Mekong River in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, sipping on a cup of cappuccino. And these are my first impressions of Phnom Penh, having been here for a few days and having never been here before. My first impressions compared to the country I've just come from, which is Thailand. Now the reason I'm going to do it like that is because most people who come here will be visiting from Thailand. Most people will be flying from Bangkok to Phnom Penh here. So in no particular order, here we are, here we have umpteen things, Cambodia compared to Thailand. First impressions. Number one, the money. The money in Thailand is pretty straightforward. The money here isn't. There's two currencies. There's the American dollar, and when I pay for this coffee, she'll probably give me the price in dollars. And when I give her the money, she'll probably give me the change in local currency, the real. 4,000 real to a dollar. Both currencies are legal tender. Good luck. So, for example, I'm going to go in this shop and buy a couple of things, and we'll see if the price is in dollars or local currency of real. So this is the price in dollars, and this is the price in local currency of reals. Two currencies. The people, I noticed as soon as I got off the plane that people have a different attitude here. Thais are possibly the most unaggressive people in the world, whereas here they're a bit more normal. I wouldn't call them aggressive, they're not aggressive people, but they're not the same as Thais in that regard. Security. There's a lot of security guards, there's a lot of police. I reckon you've got to be a bit more careful here. Thailand, you can basically just relax, take it easy, you know, it's safe. Here, I reckon you've got to have your spidey sense about you a little bit more. For example, this is my hotel during the day, and this is the fancy jewellery shop next door. At night, it's a very different picture. And here's one of their two security guys, complete with a semi-automatic weapon. Though, in fairness, he seemed pretty friendly. Pajamas. The women walk around in pajamas. Traffic. It's a nightmare. There's a one-way street system, but people don't do it. There's traffic everywhere, including on the pedestrian bits. They're supposed to drive on the right. They're supposed to do the one-way system. Crossing the roads, it's harder than Thailand. The other thing I noticed when I first come out the airport was the COVID restrictions, the mask wearing. Ubiquitous in Thailand, not really so much here. Looking at these people here, you know, there's all kinds of people there. There's a Buddhist monk there. Buddhist monks in Thailand always have masks on. They wear orange masks. Always wear them. Mask wearing and these temperature checking things are pretty ubiquitous even in the smallest institutions like this one. The dogs. There's a concept in Thailand called the soy dogs. These bloody dogs get really territorial at night. Soy means road or street, and they walking down some of these streets in the dark at night is frightening, with the dogs growling and barking at you. Don't see it here. What they got here is these little cats, tiny little cats with no tails. A lot less aggressive. Plastic crap. There's nothing Thai people love more than plastic stickers and bunting and Christmas decorations that they leave up 12 months of the year. Bloody munchkins, and My Little Pony and Hello Kitty. You don't get it here. The language. Right, I know this is an obvious one. The language is different here, but I mean, it's totally different. My Thai is not exactly textbook, but I haven't understood a single word that anybody said to me yet. Like some places you cross the border and you can use the last language to get by on, but not here. Like, and also Thailand, English is compulsory in schools. Most people speak English in Thailand now, a bit of English. Less so here. The weather is the same here to Thailand. It's hot, or it's hot and wet. Colour. See, now that is a Cambodia tuk-tuk, and that is an India tuk-tuk. They're like the Indian style, and that's a push bike. But these are the Cambodian style tuk-tuks, and these are really cool. These ones are so much cooler. Look, check them out. They've got this great carving on them. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
What is your name?
My name Pierre.
Thank you, Pierre.
Yeah, thank you.
The food. It's good. On the first few days of being here, and I'm not an expert, you know, because of that, but I reckon better food here than Thailand. Don't tell the Thais. I reckon the Thai food's overrated. French colonial influence. I don't want to overstate this because it's not really obvious, but Thailand's never been occupied, and this was part of French Indochina. So yeah, if you look for it, squint your eyes, you can pick it up. Poverty. There are large areas that you walk through that would have to be designated as being slum areas. There's a lot of beggars, that sort of thing. Yes, there's poverty in Thailand, there's poverty everywhere, but it's a lot more apparent here. Hello, mate. Bye. There you go. While I was recording that video, this girl walked straight across the street here and sat at the table opposite me, just out of the blue. Yeah. There's a lot of instances of real social neglect that I've observed. She keeps telling me she wants to go home. I think that's what she said. Anyway, I'll give her $1 and wish her the best when I leave here. I've given her my leftover rice and she's not crying anymore. She looks to be about the same age as my daughters. More by mistake than by any other reason. I've come out with 2 raincoats in my bag. I'm quite attached to this one, I've had it for years. But I'm about to give it away. After a couple of blocks of walking in the torrential rain, that young lady stopped following me. Down at the river now, rain's cleared up, and I'm left with one less jacket and a sense of guilt. I think if you don't want your heartstrings tugged at, don't come here. That's the big difference between what I've encountered here and most other countries in Southeast Asia.